One of the names of Allah is Al-Halim. We sin day and night, and He keeps giving us chances. Imagine that every time I sin, instantly you get punished. وَرَبُّكَ الْغَفُورُ ذُو الرَّحْمَةِ لَوْ يُؤَاخِذُهُمْ بِمَا كَسَبُوا لَعَجَّلَ لَهُمُ الْعَذَابِ بَلْ لَهُم مَوْعِدٌ لَنْ يَجِدُوا مِن دُونِهِ مَوْئِلًا. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so Ghafoor, so merciful. If He punishes us every time we sin, then we will be doomed, we will be done. Hilm ya akhwan, hilm with our children. Hilm with our children. I'm the father, bam, beating and all that. Wallahi, it does not work. Hilm. It's a beautiful characteristic that we should acquire and try. Like Rasulullah said, Al-Hilm bit-tahallum. You got to train yourself. You're not going to get up right now after this talk and become Halim. No, you're going to be trying and practicing and training to be a Halim. Every time you're in a position, you can fire the worker that you're working for because you made a mistake, but you are Halim. You can scream and yell and punish your son or your daughter, but because you are Halim, you give them another chance. And this Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, lend me your ears. This is the words of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Some of the sisters do not like this hadith, but be careful when you say, I do not like this hadith. This is hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Be very careful. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, the woman is born from a bent rib. She's created from a bent rib. If you want to fix it, you will break it. Its perfection or her perfection is by being crooked. Just like these ribs here. If they were straight, we will not be able to move. Being bent is what made them perfect. And similarly, the woman. عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إنما العلم بالتعلم وإنما الحلم بالتحلم ومن يتوخى الخير يعطى ومن يتقي الشر يوقى أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم said, knowledge is by learning, and hilm, which is the closest translation, is forbearance, is by cultivating forbearance, yani by training yourself to be forbearing. And whomsoever seek khair will get it, and whomsoever try to avoid evil will be protected. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us, خلقكم في بطون أمهاتكم لا تعلمون شيئا. When we were born, none of us has any knowledge. And we started learning until we are now doctors and lawyers and engineers and accountants and IT and all fields of this life. So the learning, the knowledge was acquired by learning. And there's no better knowledge than the knowledge of Sharia. My concentration will be on the second part. And hilm is by tahallum. Forbearance is by training yourself to be forbearing. What does hilm mean? Hilm is when you have the power and the authority to punish and you held back because of your manners. Hilm is not just, I'm not going to do anything to him, because sometimes you cannot even do anything to him. You are the father, you are the imam, you are the president, you are the leader, you are the judge, you are the teacher, and you can impose damage on that person, and the person deserves to be punished. He did something that deserves to be punished, and you held back, then you are Halim. And that's why one of the names of Allah is Al-Halim. We sin day and night, and He keeps giving us chances. Imagine that every time I sin, instantly you get punished. وربك الغفور ذو الرحمة لو يؤاخذهم بما كسبوا لعجل لهم العذاب بل لهم موعد لن يجدوا من دونه موئلا. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so ghafur, so merciful. If He punishes us every time we sin, then we will be doomed, we will be done. So this Helm, is it something, can it be born? Can we be born with Helm? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, very famous hadith, he told Al-Ashaj, you have two habits that Allah loves. He told him, you have two characteristics that Allah loves. Al-Hilm wal-Anat, forbearance and slowness. Yani you take your time to make a decision. So he said, Ya Rasulullah, is that something I trained myself to have, or I was born with it, or Allah gave me that gift? He said, you were born with it. So it could be a gift from Allah, but unfortunately many of us do not have that gift. We have to train ourselves to be Halim. Some of the stories of Helm, we start by Sayyid Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was walking and a man came and grabbed him from his thawb. Anas said to the level that the marks of the thawb were on his neck. Give me from the wealth of Allah, not your wealth. Did Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam say, do you know who you're talking to? I am Rasulullah, I am this, I am that, do this to him, do that to him. He smiled and he said, give the man some money. This is Helm. He could have, and Umar, by the way, immediately pulled up his sword. He wants to cut his head. He could have told him, take care of the guy, right? And Rasulullah ﷺ was very well known with this character. Yani there was a woman in the Medina that she was not all there. She was not normal. And every time she sees Rasulullah ﷺ, she used to take his hand and walk all over the Medina and talk to him, and he never told her, I'm busy, and subhanallah, this is Rasulullah ﷺ. Another story, there was a man named Al-Ahnaf bin Qais. He was very, very famous for his Helm. And he was the Sayyid of his tribe, Bani Tamim. It was said that if Al-Ahnaf got angry, 100,000 swords will get angry without asking a question. This is how big he is. And he was very well known of his Helm. So his people told the guy, they told him, if you can get the Ahnaf angry, we will give you this, this and that. So Al-Ahnaf left his home going to meet his people. Let's say his home is here and by Kroger is his people. So as he's walking, the guy came and started cursing him. Cursing. And then he got almost there. He said, are you done? Because I was able to bear this, but I'm not sure if my people will let you go without killing you. So if you finish it now before we get there. This is how Halim he was. Umar bin Abdul Aziz, radiyallahu anhu arda, one time he walked into the masjid at night and there was somebody sleeping on the floor, but he did not see him. So he stepped, maybe he hit him or touched him. So the man immediately, Amajnoonun ant? Are you crazy? And of course his guards are with him. He was a Khalifa. He said, no. The people immediately came and wanted to beat the guy. How could you say this to the Khalifa? He said, what are you doing? He asked me, are you crazy? I said, no. Why you want to beat him? Ya Akhwan, I want to bring two very important points. Number one, we have to practice this Helm with our family. And specifically, let me be open, with our wives. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, lend me your ears. This is the words of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Some of the sisters do not like this hadith, but be careful when you say, I do not like this hadith. This is hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Be very careful. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said the woman is born from a bent rib. she's created from a bent rib. If you want to fix it, you will break it. Its perfection, or her perfection, is by being crooked. Just like these ribs here. If they were straight, we will not be able to move. Being bent is what made them perfect. And similarly, the woman. So the woman is bent, and you are from a straight rib. When you come and you stay straight, you see that gap? That's why there's a lot of fights. You have to bend in order to have harmony. Helm. Overlook few things. Do not pick on every single thing. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, hadith in Sahih Muslim, المرأة لا تستوي على طريقة. You will never ever be able to make her straight. This is hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So you have to take what you get. We have problems because we are expecting perfection. This is where the problems take place. You are expecting perfection from that wife of yours, and you keep facing these difficulties because it will never be perfect. Allah said, Rasulullah ﷺ told us, it is bent. You have to live and take whatever you get. Sometimes they say things that maybe it's intended to be good, but you took it the wrong way. You have to. I'll give an example. One of our shuyukh, he mentioned the story. He said, one of the Bedouins, his donkey died. So he walked into the house very upset. So the wife said, what's wrong? He said, my donkey, al-himar mat. My donkey died. He said, wallahi, seeing you is better than 100 donkeys. Now the term does not sound right. You look يعني شفتك أحلى من 100 حمار. So this does not sound right, but she did not mean that. You're saying I'm a hamar? You know, you could be easily getting upset and make a fight out of it and make a huge thing. Just like same thing, which is my second point, is road rage. Road rage, the main reason of road rage, because we are not halim. How many times you start, he crosses you, and then you go back and you follow, and this, and then it never ends good. Never. One time a brother came and, he made a mistake. So that guy could not take it. He opened the window, and the other guy opened the window, and he said, Ya Ahmar, can't you see Ya Ahmar? In the Arab word, when you say to somebody, Ya Ahmar, you idiot, you donkey. So the man, he was learning, he's a student of knowledge, and he learned that he's supposed to have Helm. He said, how did you know my name? He said, your name is Hamar? He said, yeah. And then he started laughing together, and the thing is ended. He could have said, are you telling me Hamar? Okay, I'm going to show you. Park on the side, and subhanallah, it's just a second, fraction of a second, a decision to be made. Helm, ya akhwan, Helm with our children. Helm with our children. I'm the father, bam, beating and all that. Wallahi, it does not work. Helm, it's a beautiful, beautiful characteristic that we should acquire and try. Like Rasulullah ﷺ said, Al-Hilm bit-tahallum. You got to train yourself. You're not going to get up right now after this talk and become Halim. No, you're going to be trying and practicing and training to be a Halim. Every time you're in a position, you can fire the worker that you're working for because you made a mistake, but you are Halim. You can scream and yell and punish your son or your daughter, but because you are Halim, you give them another chance. And this is the name of Allah Azza wa Jal. And then Allah Rasulullah said, whomsoever seek good, if your intention is to have good, you will get it. And whomsoever try to avoid evil will be protected. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us this beautiful characteristic of Hilm. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from the people who listen and apply. May Allah Azza wa Jal make our last deeds our best deeds and our last words La ilaha illallah. Jazakumullah khair. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa ant. Nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.